Howdy everybody, welcome back to Step Into the Portal. My name is the Brandt, and today I am going to be teaching, while I play basically, and playing the awesome engine building, tile laying game. So far, I know it's only January, but this has been like the favorite game I've played this year. It's really good. Rebuilding Seattle from WizKids Games. So this one is really awesome. It plays pretty quick, especially solo, so it'll probably take me about 30 minutes, maybe 40 with the teach. That's going to fall on my head. And whatnot. I'm having trouble getting my face cam over on the regular one, so you're just going to have the table for this and whatnot, and I'll walk you through it. So what happens here is you get a district of Seattle. It's 1889. There was a fire, and we're trying to rebuild the city, although things are pretty popular, so we have a lot of population coming in, and we're trying to find places for them to go. So in the game, you actually decrease your population, but it kind of represents like moving them on to places to be and have and work and things like that there. So we get a whole bunch of districts. We have picked one. We have picked the industrial district. You get a bunch of historic buildings. We have the sports stadium, the public park, and the historic tower. So you get 3 of these. We're going to set the public park aside, and we're going to take the sports stadium and the historic tower here. And we get tiles for those. I will go down to the table, I promise. The game plays over 3 rounds. And you are going to try to score the most victory points that you can, the happiness for your city. So you're trying to make people happy and excited. So let me take you down to the table and show you the game. Here it is. You've got your main game board here. We've got cards for the 3 rounds. We track the 3 rounds here. We've got suburb tiles here, and then these are the various buildings we can purchase, which come out of the decks. Round 1, round 2, round 3. These are our 6 events that are going to happen, which signal the end of the round when these 6 events go off. I'm going to put them here, but in round 2, my board is going to start to build out because I'm going to add these. So I'm going to move the events up and over to here. I still have all my buildings bagged, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain when I go to grab buildings, but I'm not going to dump everything out there for now. The solo deck is right here. What's really great is I'm teaching you the solo game. But honestly, if you play it with multiple people, it's the same thing. The solo deck is just going to grab a card or flip an event, which is what the players would do. So you're learning the same game. You're just seeing it from one person's perspective. These are my 2 cards. I'm going to, again, for space, set these up over here. So these are the 2 bonus I can build. The sports stadium costs 15 and gives me bonuses as well as an in-game and end-game bonus. And the historic tower gives me an in-game point scoring as well as an end-game bonus. So I'm going to slide this over so I can build right here. I've got $8 that I start with, and I've got 3 different abilities that I can do for my laws, which I will show you. On my player tile here, this is my city. I've got these. So I've got entertainment, shopping, and food are my 3 quality tracks, because I also want to have a quality city at the same time. And since they are 3 spaces each, I start on the 3 track on my amenity track for each of those here. I also have buildings for schooling, education. I have a financial building, and I have a, I forgot the name of them. Basically, immigration. So new people coming into the city. Okay, population, which will give me more of these suburb tiles and trigger off of this event. These 3 events are going to trigger and possibly give me bonuses on these quality tracks that I have here. And I'll show you those. These events are going to decrease my population as they graduate. So again, decrease the population represents like they have something to do, they're in the workforce, etc. Or maybe they move out of the city to get a job. This is going to be my nature's impact, and this is going to be my expansion event for getting new things. So maybe that's called an expansion tile. I don't remember what the yellow one is called. I apologize. The game comes with this nice round summary where we're going to first increase our population. So our population goes to 11 at the start of the game. It'll then go up by 12 in each of these, and you'll see what population does. Then we're going to take turns where we either have to buy a suburb tile for 4, buy a building tile for 3, 4, or 5, buy one of our buildings over here for 14 and 15, or we're going to have to enact a law, which we can do once per round, and we can do one of these 3 abilities on our board. We can do that 3 times per game. Then we do the profit phase, and we gain money, 5 for every financial, plus any cards that tell us they give, and bonuses. Oh, that's an end of game. Wow. So these ones give during the profit phase, and then last we'll refresh. We'll reset everything, get our law back, return the events so that we can play those again, and then do the round track. So that's all it's going to do. and we'll get on with the game. All I'm going to do for the solo turn is flip a card and do what the card says. If the card can't do anything, I flip to the next card. So I always make sure that something changes in the game state. All right. So here we've got, for each 2 education tiles we have, we can lose a population and gain 2 stars, which are victory points here. And you will go past 50. The goal of the solo game is to get 120 points. So we actually need to lap this twice and get to here. So I will just slide a token under that, a money token under each time we do that. All right. I also can gain $6 and lose a star, and I can buy a building card or pre-printed building for $2. I can also buy one of these for $4. All right. So those are our abilities that we can do, and then we're just going to place these out on the board, and I'll kind of show you that as I go. So what do we want to do first? So we can focus on some of these quality tracks. We're really focused on this education. So if I could get one of these buildings, like here's a cheap one right here that is gray. I know the colors might be a little hard for you to see. These are also going to give me money at the same time. So maybe something like this might be good to go for. So let's go ahead and buy this one for $5. So we'll turn in our $5. It's going to actually make a little bit of a money pile here, and I should be good for the game. Set that aside. So we'll turn in our $5, and then we'll go get this tile. And we found that one, and then we build it on our board. Now, we don't want to cover these necessarily because they can give us bonuses. These are our nature events, parks and mountains and water. And then we keep this card because it's going to tell us to gain money at the end of the phase. Okay? So there we go. Then the solo deck will go. They're going to flip a card, and it's going to be the entertainment. So they're going to activate this one. So they don't do the event. They just make me skip the top part, and then it says all players score your quality track. So the way these work is I compare my population to my quality. If I'm higher, then I just get the bonus on this track. So in this case, it'd be $4 and 4 stars. But for every point I am lower, I decrease my bonus. So if my blue quality was 10, I'd be -1. So I would get $3 and 3 stars. But unfortunately, I am -8. So I get nothing and nothing. It doesn't make me spend things, and I just don't get to trigger that event. So now we know blue buildings, not so good for us because that event has already triggered. So we got this, which wants to trigger off of pink. The problem is we don't have a lot of extra buildings here. So I'm actually going to do this expansion event, and that says we can spend $1, and we can buy one of these tiles, so that'll allow us to expand. Our thing here wants us to have the yellow immigration tiles adjacent to orange. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, maybe we should have focused on orange then when we're building. So let's go ahead and put this one here like this. And then the tile says all players gain 1 for each yellow tile. So we have 1, so we gain 1 more. And these are the same on both sides. So you can flip them over, but it doesn't actually really matter all that much. So we're just trying to clear ourselves some space that we can build, and these can go in any which way. We'll put it over here for now and work with it. Awesome. Is this another great game I won't be able to find for another 6 months? I don't think so. I think this is releasing in February, so I think you'll be good on that front, Spartan. Thanks for joining me. All right, so this says to remove this card exactly. So this card I'm going to put back in the deck because I'm not going to go to that deck anymore. Now it is my turn. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money here. So I could purchase something cheaper, or I could just gain $6 and lose a star. So let's do that. We'll gain $6. I don't have any stars to lose. So we enacted the 50-hour work week. Everyone in Seattle is so happy with me. All right, we're doing our restaurant event. So I don't get anything. And again, I compare my quality, -8. This gives me 6 stars, so I would go to 0. So those are not happening. The round is going to end when all these flip. What's interesting is round 1 is going to feel like, boom, it's done. And oh my gosh, we got nothing out of that. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to switch mine now that I remember. I'm going to take this one instead. So this is, I gain $3. And then I gain $1. In round 1, I gain $1 for every park. In round 2, I lose a population for every water. And in round 3, I gain $1 for every park and gain a star for every mountain. So I'm actually going to do that event instead because I had just taken these tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll actually get $4 instead. And I would have 9 and flip that event. That way I can still do this one and gain money if I want to, or possibly lose some of my population here. All right, so now I have some places to build. I know I want this yellow to be adjacent to orange for this one, but really we want to build this one first because it's going to bump up all of our quality tracks. So that's the one we're going to focus on, I think, first. All right, this will trigger off of the shopping ones as well, so we could do that. We've got a small orange one here that we could fit in pretty easily, which could be worth it. All those events have gone. If we got a bigger shopping one, we'd move that up 4, and then we'd actually get something out of that. So let's go ahead and do this one. Oh, no, that moves orange up, huh? Well, we'll do it anyway. So we're only going to spend 3 for that. We're going to get an orange. I don't know how optimally I'm going to play. I might not score the 120, but that's okay. And then we can place this tile. Boy, this one's huge. So we're going to have to cover something. We want it next to that, huh? All right, so already I want to move this. So I'm just going to put this down here. Is that still on the table? This is where I'm going to have to move these event cards. And then I can fit this one in here. You know, technically, if I was playing, I couldn't actually move that tile, but I'm just going to do it for not thinking about what I want to do and to show off more of the parts of the game. So I guess maybe I will do well because I'll cheat. Just kidding. All right, so we'll move that up to 7. Yeah, this is a great quick playing tile laying engine game. And tile laying's not my favorite, but this kind of quick speed. Really, you can put anything anywhere. They don't even have to connect, so it's pretty open on that front. All right, they are going to flip, and they are going to get rid of this card. And notice, sorry, I didn't mention that. Underneath the cards in spots, there are pre-printed. Not every spot has something, but I believe the ends do, and they have pre-printed tiles that you can buy once they are gone. So you still have actions to do. You don't run out of things to do. All right, do we need more money now, or do we want to get a graduation tile? This one is sitting here for us for $3 as well, though we don't have a good place to play it. But it might be worth it. Or we could get this little orange one here and set that up for something. That would move us up so that when orange scores, we don't really have pink. We'd have to buy this one. We'd move up and still be below. Although this would bump up, so maybe this is smart. All right, so we'll spend this. We'll gain this. Oh, that's another orange tile. Darn it. None of these are pink. The pink and the orange are hard to tell apart for sure. I imagine you can't see it at all on camera. All right, financial could just get us money, which could also be good just to build up that engine. So let's do that. Let's buy this one. We're going to have to block some things, but that's okay. So we will purchase a square financial building. Again, you should probably unbag these, unlike I did. And what are we going to cover? We'll cover that one there and build this one down here. And then it also moves our quality track up. If you get to the top on the quality track and you move up further, you just get 5 victory points. All right, so that's going to give us more money, which is what we're going to kind of focus on here. Solo bot will remove this leftmost building, so that is no longer an option for us. We're down to $3. We're limited on space. We could buy one of these for 4. So I think what we'll do instead is we will activate... Actually, we should be careful. We'll activate this one, which is we lose a population for every 2 tiles. Or do we want to get more money going there? We only have 3, but we'll do that, and then we will gain 2 victory points. We'll let them flip. They're going to get rid of this building, which is gone. So then they're going to do this event, which is done. You'll see it gets a little different later. Now they're going to do the graduation event. So we lose 1 per education. So I lose 3, so I will bring this all the way down here. And then if I do shopping, I'm in better shape, and I could end the round unless I want to buy a tile, but I'm pretty low on spaces. I would need a small tile like this one. So I think I will activate this. So when I activate it, I can gain 3 stars, or I can gain a single. Sorry, these are the ones that I'm always like, I need to take these out of the bags. So I gain a small single tile, which will fit nicely right here. I move up 1 for that. or I could have gained 3 victory points, and then we score that track. So I'm only 3 under, so I can either gain $5 or 8 or 8 minus 3. So I'm going to gain $5. I'm probably going to end up with almost too much money. But hey, could be worse. And that triggers the end of the event. So I did the end, so the solo player is going to be first. So I'm now going to take these event cards just to give myself a little more space for building. And I'm going to pop them up over here now that you've seen what they are and what they do. And they'll fit on the camera right there in that space that I left. And then I've got a little bit more space for building my city, because I know my board runs out somewhere here. And I'll keep the solo deck. Actually, maybe I'll move it. Right under this. All right, so when we finish the round, we do the profit phase. We do shuffle their deck again. I should keep these cards out because they have profit on them. So we gain $5 for each financial building. And by the way, things printed on your starting boards are considered buildings. So I have 2 buildings, so I get $10. And then this is, I get 1 building for each shopping, or $1 for each shopping, and $1 for each shopping. So I have 1, 2. So I get $2, and $2 is $4. And now you can see, now I have money, right? Now I got $22 to work with. We clear all of these. We refill for the next round, flip all the events, which I did, and move this up, and I actually have to gain 12 population. So now I'm at 19 population. It feels a little overwhelming, but you'll be able to bring it back and figure things out to make that work a little easier. All right, there we go. And they are going to go first because I finished the previous one. All right, so we're going to remove the rightmost $4 buildings. This one here is gone. Never saw it, don't know what it does. I also reset my laws. I can do one of these each round, which might be a good place to start. I need more room for building, so enacting this would be helpful for me. So I think I'm going to do that unless I purchase one of these, but I don't have space. So I'm going to enact that, which allows me to purchase a suburb tile. You always take off the top, and there are so many of these. There's like 50 more in the box for 4-player games. And then I get another one for having that. So that's going to give me some space to build, which will be nice. So if we do end up getting yellow, we want it to be adjacent to orange. So we could do something like this. And like this. We'll give ourselves some open land to build in. All right. They're going to go, and they are going to get rid of the middle building off of that. So that is done. All right. Well, here's where our tracks are. So those are going to be tricky. We also need another graduation building. So purchasing something like this would be helpful. But what I might want to do first, now that I did the other, is to do this activate nature's impact. So I gain $3, and then I lose a population for every water. 1, 2, 3, 4. So unfortunately, I covered one of those. But that'll bring my population back a little bit, and that'll give me a little bit of room to work with. All right, then they're going to get rid of the $3 building, the leftmost one. They do a good job showing all those to you on the cards. And then what are we going to do next? So we really want to buy this one, right? Yes. There are no other options for that. Nope. Okay. So we're going to buy this one for $3. And this is also going to give us profit. So we're just going to hide that card because we don't need it. So far, I have found these buildings relatively quick. All right. And we'll build this one in. So now the nice part is I know that I don't need to worry as much about water. So we'll fit this one right in here because water's not going to trigger again. That's why I kind of did some of those things early. Make them happen. All right. Next, we're going to do the shopping event. So I am 11 under. So unfortunately, my $8 is going to turn into nothing. So that's not so good. So now I want to think about getting this on the board, right? This is 15. And that'll place nicely right there. Yes, or is it a 4 by? No, it's a 3. So let's get that one on the board. So let's spend the 15. We're going to build the sports stadium. We're going to put it right here. I know we said we would put a yellow adjacent, but we're doing, and this is actually going to increase all 3 of my quality tracks. And then at the end of the game, I get 2 points for each level that they've all attained. So right now I've got 2 victory points. My quality tracks go up. I probably should have built that a little earlier. but I think we'll be okay. All right, remove the $4 building on the left. So that one is gone. So now we'd really like to get our orange quality up. That would give us points, but nothing here is going to help us with that. We could increase this value instead. We get money for our pink. Ooh, it's pretty tight on the board here. This one looks pretty good, although I don't like what it gives me money for. And pink shopping already scored, huh? Let's see the not so fun part of that. The blue did not. What are we under? 12? Yeah, even moving that up won't get us very far. I don't know. This might be the way we want to go right here. All right, so we will purchase... Oh, no, I know what I want to do. We now have 4 of these. So we're going to trigger this one. So we can either gain $3. I think I'm only supposed to have 6. Or we can lose a population. So we're going to lose a population, plus we're going to lose one for every one of our education buildings. So we're going to bring that down to 10. Perfect. Then they will remove this card here, which I think is one we were considering. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to go here, and we've got 4 buildings. So we're going to lose 2 more population and gain 4 stars this time, doing the postdoc funding. So again, the population thing is a little bit weird. You're like gaining population, and then I feel like when you lose it, it's like you're giving them jobs and places to live and things to do. So people are happy they're not like wandering population, but I'm not sure exactly what it's going for on that front. All right, so we did that, and now it's them. They are going to activate the entertainment event. So now 8 minus 3, we're only 5 under, so we actually get a coin and a star. So just to clarify on this one, because this one gains you one of your choice, this one gains you specifically stars. This is money and stars, so you subtract from both. So it's minus 5 to each of them, so I get 1 star, which I took, and 1 coin. All right. So now this is done, so we're 1 activation away. If I do that, I am only minus 1, which means I'm getting 9 stars. If I move myself above, it doesn't get me very far, and I can't increase that track. So I probably want to focus on money for the next round, or maybe something like this. That's going to lose me a lot, but we'll be able to gain another one. So let's go for it. So we'll spend this. We're going to increase our blue, our entertainment quality track, and then we're going to go get a yellow immigration tile. And we need it to be adjacent to orange, so this is really our only spot, which covers 3 symbols. Not the wisest of things to do, but it'll help us score points for this one at the end of the game. All right, so that is done. I'm just going to tuck that one under here because it doesn't do anything in the game anymore. All right, that is built. So it's back to them. They're going to get rid of this card right here. So what else do we want to buy? Man, we are so tight for space. Unless we fill in some of these things. There's no 2s. So do we want to just be the one that activates that event? Let them go first? Sure. All right. So we can build an orange. Or we can gain 3 points. You know, honestly, as much as it might help me, I think I'm going to take 3 points to try to push my total there. And then I score. So I am 10 minus 1 is 9. So I go to 19. And I trigger the end of that round. Awesome. You can see it is a pretty quick game in solo. It's pretty quick when you add more players, but got a little bit. My population's going to go up to 20. These events are going to reset. I think I actually skipped to refresh and forgot to get my money. I've got 2 financial buildings. That's going to give me 10. And then for each blue, I only have 1. So I get $1 for that. And then for each of these pinks, I get $2, so another $4. There is a 5 here, so not rolling in the money going into this final round. In fact, not sure how well I'm doing. But a lot of explaining and a little bit of maneuvering. I bought really big tiles this time, tricky on this one to have fewer on that. So that, and I think this matched up with this is a little rough. It's not going to give me a lot of points, so we'll have to see. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These cards get laid out. Perfect. And they are first again. So they are going to get rid of this $5 building. All right, what are our goals here? So we've got all these things matched up. We'd like to move orange up because that's going to give us points. That also will get us there. We also can get points for these tiles and endgame points for those. So that's not a terrible purchase. Ooh, look at this one right here. This is the one we're going to get. Yep. Okay, so we need yellow to be adjacent to orange, huh? Do we put that there and then attempt to get an orange tile? I think that'll be our play. We're going to grab this one before it goes. We're going to take a 2-size yellow and push it down here and also increase this track. So now we've made these even. We've got another yellow for scoring this one. And hopefully we'll be in good shape. Yeah, I don't think you're killing the population. I think you're kind of giving them something to do, is the idea. But it can seem that way. All right, where are we going now? So they're going to take the leftmost $5 card. Then I think we want to activate this one. So I'm going to buy one of these for $1. And then I got to get that money back. So I have to go here, huh? And then we get 1, 2, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to need to put some tiles next to this one. That one is specifically square. So we'll put this here to be able to build. And we want to fit that tower in somewhere. Should fit here. Is that the size of it? Yeah, okay. Our historic building, so we'll try to get that one in and see how we do. I don't know if we're going to actually get to the threshold. I feel like 120 is not too bad, but I'm not pushing it too much. All right, so we gain all those. Then we flip. They're going to take the rightmost $3 building. We are going to activate Nature's Impact. So we get $3 because we're getting low on money. We need to play this. As well as we get a point for every mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. It was 8. I did count correctly. So we go to 27 points, and we get $1 for every park. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Both of those I counted correctly, but didn't trust myself. All right, so we get $9 more. Now we got a little bit of money to work with, and now we can cover those places, which is, I guess, a little weird. Hey, they're going to activate that one. So we'll go to the next one. They're going to do graduation. So we're going to decrease our population by 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're only going to come back to 16. That's a little rough. These are not triggering well. So I do want to get this one, but that's going to be close to the end. So what I might do is take 14 and put it up here. Now, which of these do I want to push? I probably need points now, and I need to get this orange, right? That's what I said I was going to do. So I'm going to take this one, which is going to give me points at the end of the game for these buildings, plus it's going to give me a 2x2 square orange. Oh, no, it looked square. No. Come on. It was bound to happen. I would not be able to find a tile in a timely manner. Ooh, I see it. Should have dumped him out. All right. We'll build this one here so it's adjacent to this yellow building. And then this is going to increase 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have that. And we are good. So now what will they do next? They will do the railroad event expansion. The rightmost 4 is going away. All right. Because we could build another one of these and get points off of it. That might be a good way to go, huh? I don't know that I'm getting these tracks up anywhere in a hurry, unfortunately. So we will spend 4, take this one, build another one of these. And it is the 4 shape one. And we'll put it right here next to this orange. And we can cover those things because it doesn't matter as much anymore. All right, and points at the end of the game as well. The middle 4 cards. That one's going away. Then, do we want to build that historic? Are we close? Only other options would be to build one of these, which could go right here adjacent. We are a few dollars short. We could decrease our population and get points. That's where we want to be. So we're going to decrease our population 2 and get 4 points. Whew, I don't think we're going to get there, but we're going to try. Then we're going to do this building, which is not here. We're going to do this event. So we'll score this quality track. So I am 10 under, and this gives me $11. 4 points. Is that going to be worth it? I'm going to get 2 more points and 4 more points. So should we take the $1? We'll take the $1. All right. So that one's going to flip. We're going to spend 5. We're going to build this, increase this quality track, and purchase this tile, which is going to go right here, adjacent to another orange. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be worth 20 points to us. That's going to be helpful. And then they are going to take the leftmost 4 is gone. The rightmost 5 is gone. They're going to activate this event. We are 11 under. This gives 8 and 8, so we get nothing. We're going to buy the historic tower, place it here. When we build it, we get 2 points for each of our yellows, so we get 10 points. And then, I think they're going to end the game. Nothing. They take this 3 card. I've got nothing to do, so I'm going to take this one here, because I'm not allowed to pass. I'm going to get 3 points, 2, 3, and then I am 3 under, so I get another 11 points. So we're going to go to here, and we're going to put a token underneath. So we've gone around once. All right. And that will trigger the end of the game. So here we go. We see if we win. We'll clean this up. We need, in final scoring, we need 65 65 points. We got 55 in the game. There are a lot of endgame points, so let's go through it and see what we get. Oh, first we have to do the end of the round. So the end of the round, I get $10 because money will turn into points. I get points for each of these pinks, or dollars, so I get $4. And I get 1 for that as another 5. So we got $15. And then this is going to be points at the end of the game. What else do we do at the end of the round? Just clean everything up, right? Yeah, I got 10 for those. Okay. So now final scoring, we're going to get, our money is going to convert into, $5 converts into 1 victory point. So we've got 15, so we get 3. Whew, getting there. Oh, hey, Gaming Rules. Paul, you're actually the reason, I'm going to go here for a second. Paul, I'm sorry if I missed you if you're gone, but you're the reason that I went to check out this game. You were saying how good it is, and it's super fun. And I wanted to get it played with other people, but my wife is working every day this week, and it's just not going to work. So I got in a solo play, which shows it off. So sorry, I don't have my other camera working at the moment. But yes, I agree. Paul Grogan, Gaming Rules there. This game is really good. I like it a lot, and it plays fast. All right, score every card labeled end of game. All right, so this one says end of game. We get 4 points for every yellow adjacent to an orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to get 20 points. And then 2 points for each level on the quality track. So 2, 4. I don't think we're getting there. 3, 4. And then over here, nice. Over here, we get 1 point for every train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 point for every financial. 1, 2. Oh, we did not do well at all. So, Yeah, I agree. This is a really fun solo mode. It is like kind of beat your best score. You have to get 120. And man, I didn't even come close. I played yesterday and got 147 or something, so I really thought I wouldn't have much of an issue. But I struggled with this board with only getting one expansion tile each time, so I probably needed to take a turn and spend 4 to get more of those, to get all the bonuses, and I covered things. So I think I played pretty poorly. These can affect you a little bit too. This one I probably needed to get earlier to get those bonuses on the quality tracks, but c'est la vie. That's how it goes. So I only scored 89 of my 120. That was not good at all. So that was pretty far away. But hey, just gives me more incentive to try it again. But that shows you, that kind of shows you the game and how it goes. But yeah, if you're playing with more people, it's the same game. People are going to buy these and flip these events instead of the solo deck. So it's just really, really smooth solo. Really, really nice. I don't necessarily mind controlling a bot, if it's relatively straightforward and whatnot, but I wouldn't even consider this a bot. This is just a simple look for this and get rid of it, right? And works your way through. I did a bad job showing off, I think, how it can really push. That was a pretty poor showing in points. I'm not worried about it. I'm not embarrassed or whatever. But, you really get a strong engine going. I saw it a lot from turn 1 to 2, right? You start with $8, and then the second round I started with $20-something, $22. And I didn't seem to push my money as much as I should have. I was working on maximizing this card, and I think maybe I could have ignored this card a little more and maximized on this one and gone up those quality tracks to get a lot of bonuses I was going and build out a lot more. But yeah, there's an interesting balance when you're placing the tiles of like, do I want to cover these spaces, or when do I want these to score? And are other people going to take these from me, or the solo bot? So like, there's just lots of choices that you're making all the time of, hey, I'm just going to give up that $1 or that 1 victory point so that I can get this laid out. And you're focusing on how do these score, which changes the game every time you play. It's going to be that same arc every time. So it's got that classic engine build of like, I can't do much, I can do a whole bunch, I can do a lot, and then the game's ending, right? So you're going to see that. So that feel is going to be there. But I hope this one gets enough coverage and talk from people. Check out Paul. He's going to do his solo play of this as well on Gaming Rules, because I really think this is a fun game that people should find a way to play, if not pick up. I don't know the release date, but I think it's something like February. I apologize that I didn't look that up in advance and whatnot. So there you go, everybody. I'm going to have some lunch. That is Rebuilding Seattle from WizKids. This is an awesome, awesome game. This is designed by Quinn Brander, so great job, Quinn. And so far, my favorite game of 2023, for whatever that means. I know it's only been 4 weeks or something, but man, this game is really good. Real nice, tight, less than an hour. I mean, the solo's a half hour. I was talking all that out, and it took me 40 minutes or something. But yeah, that game you could kind of gather 4 people around and knock it out in just around an hour, I think, and really feel like you built something and did something. So really neat game. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Join us later tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We will be playing Marvel Champions 4-player. It is ladies' night. We've got 4 Marvel heroes, 4 of the female Marvel heroes: Spider-Woman, Gamora, oh no, now I'm going to blank, Ironheart, and I forgot the other one, and Wanda, and we are going up against Rhino with his Osborn tech. So we're going to see how that goes. All right, so we'll see you then, if not another time. Until then, my name is the Brandt, and I hope you step into the portal. Hey, have a great afternoon.